Greetings, citizens of the Imperium, and welcome to Let's Paint. I hope this is the finale, but we'll see. Howdy, everybody. This is Let's Paint, and I'm your host, Trooper 6. Now, of course, we're still here with Leetu, the Emperor's First, and we just poured ourselves too big of a plop of True Copper by Army Painter War Paints. Whoops, I grabbed the wrong pauldron. All right. There's definitely going to be some copper on this because this is awesome. Now, why am I choosing the True Copper coloring? Is it I like this shade specifically? It is. Does Leetu need this shade? Don't know. Do I care? Not at all. Because as I've stated in the first episode of Leetu, we're going to be doing our own damn color scheme here because I fucking feel like it. I don't care what the color scheme is supposed to quote-unquote be. But we're going to do these bullet casings because they're going to be using brass, even though we're coloring it with bronze. And don't tell me you can tell the damn difference. Because guess what? We're not even coloring it with bronze, even though I just said that. Because my brain can't work. And that's it. That's all you need for that. And then we got to do the skull on his belt. All right. Now that we got that belt situation figured out, I'm telling you, that was way too much bronze. Copper. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Good Lord. I can't. I just can't right now, and I don't know why. I hope you can, because I can't. Speaking of can or can't, we're going to go with some corn red. Why the hell are we opening up corn red? That doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck would we do that? Well, I'm going to let you sit there, stress about it, figure it out. Meanwhile, I am going to continue on with my fucking business because you guys are crazy. All I'm doing is painting the goddamn gun. That's all I'm doing. God. You don't have to freak out. The fuck is he doing, man? What is the trooper doing? He's painting. He's trying to paint. Should have done this red before, honestly, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You know what's not okay is my fingers trying to hold this son of a bitch right now. That is not okay. So what we're gonna do is take you off because you are done, and we're gonna stick you onto there, and there you go. Look at that. Some shit I should have been doing before. I did not. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Now, honestly, when it comes to the red, why did I do it? It was just to have another color in there. And then it will provide us with yet another color in there, of course, because what would we dry brush this with? Yellow. You're going to edge this motherfucker in yellow. And it'll give you just another color to work with. It'll give you another thing on the canvas. And it will add some more dimension and some character to it. You can see he's, instead of your atypical black bolter, he's rocking a red one. Not a lot of chapters, I feel like, rock red weaponry. I don't know. I think it was common. And it is not anymore? I want to say Black Templars are known for using some red weaponry. Honestly, I think it comes down to does it look good with this? I mean, if Games Workshop was like, yep, Blood or Dark Angels, they use red weapons. Why? Because it looked good. Because let's face it, why the hell did they color their armor in the first place? Because it looked good. Otherwise, everybody would be in their same pre-Primarch drab-ass silver armor or gray, depending on how you want to look at it. Everybody would be like that. All right. As you can see, this base still has a couple of glossy spots. Some of those thicker mounds right there are still not 100% dry. Ain't that some shit? So we're going to still have to jump around. We're going to grab our 2.0 brush. I'm sure it's not called that, but still, we're grabbing the, I call it the 2.0. And we're going to jump over here to Spirit Stone Red. Why the hell we doing that, trooper? Shut up, and you'll see. Just need a little bit. All right. I don't even have enough on the brush, honestly. All right. All right. And honestly, this is a part that I don't want to mess up because I don't want to have to try it again. And you can see it's slightly messed. But it's okay. The Spirit Stone stuff, like Waystone and whatever else, they have a red, green, and a blue. They're technical paints, of course, as you can see. And they're supposed to give you the illusion that you're looking at a gemstone or something like that. And I believe the video on like how to use this came up with a certain concoction and all that fun shit. You're supposed to base it in a darker color, in a darker metallic, or I'm sorry, in a bright metallic. You're supposed to base it in a bright metallic, and then you can. Is this the 2.0? Yes. And this is the crab brush. All right. Yeah, then you can apply that over it, and it's supposed to give you the impression of a gemstone. All right. I hope this works out. Oh, look at that green. Oh, look at that. It's so gross. Oh, that is not an appealing color to do. I hope we didn't just make a huge mistake here, gang. I'm trying to think of what would be a good accent on top of it to dry brush. Thinking skeleton bone. Skeleton bone should be okay. This is almost like necrotic flesh from Army Painter. I don't know if anybody has painted with that. Necrotic flesh is just a flesh tone with a green tint. It's pretty cool. I don't use it much because, I'm not dealing with flesh that could be considered necrotic. The only thing necrotic I deal with is maybe a fart. Huh! All right. I was almost wondering, like, why do I feel like I'm in go mode? Like my legs just want to jump, 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 and I feel like whipping my hair around. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I'm like, right. I've got Kings of Leon in the background, and hot damn, if that album just doesn't make me want to fucking jump up and down like a goddamn maniac. What album? I'm talking about their first album. Thank you very much. Because I haven't listened to anything else. All right, so you can see that is a gross ass green, and that's going to give us a very interesting base to work with. I don't know what else to do with that, but we're halfway through the episode, and I want to say I need to let this shit dry, but I also kind of want to start putting them together a bit. Decisions. You know what? We're only halfway through the episode, so what we're going to do is hit a couple of things. So I'm going to get out some demonic yellow. All right. Just get a little bloop. We don't need much for the demonic yellow. And that is because we have... Jesus, man. The fuck? Sorry. I guess I just fucked that up. Okay. Doesn't matter. Nothing's messed up. So we're just going to do a quick dry brush. Probably going to pause the episode to let that base dry and to just give myself a break. Honestly. Just killed a man. Cut him with my girlfriend. What the balls did. Oh, cold when he did. See, if this was considered country, I could get down with country. However, Kings of Leon and their style is not considered country music. So I still cannot say that I am a country fan. A little loose dry brush and see? It's better. It's better. Just give you some slight weathering. Now, if you guys remember, I had talked about doing black edge highlighting on white. We are not going to risk that again. For those of you that remember from the Retributors, yeah, that didn't turn out so well, did it? No, it didn't. But that's okay. So what we're going to do here, since we still have some time, is I'm going to start losing my mind. I don't know. I don't like Firstborn Marines because of these. I don't like the weaponry because of arms. You have to try to position things correctly, and it drives me nuts. I feel like I have a very narrow window. And then sometimes you're not even sure if the pose is going to actually fit or work. And that would drive me nuts as well. So, just showing you guys this haphazard shit that we're doing here. So if anybody gets mad, well, you have the picture proof that I was going crazy with it. Whew. Oh. Man, that is stressful. Because I also don't want the gun pointing too far up. So we have to try to adjust things. All right. That's probably as good as we're going to get it. All right. So we're going to leave that. All right. Now, I did say I was going to talk about that neck. Now, you see that plastered in there? Yeah, that's just some of the tack stuff. That's not even green stuff. That is the tacky stuff that I've used. The stuff that's holding this head on. I just thinned it out, put it down there, because these helmets, these Mark 6s, do not sit well. in Mark III bodies. So this is what we had to do to level it out and make it look right. Otherwise, it's just not going to look right. It already still kind of doesn't look the best. His neck looks a little taller, doesn't it? And that's okay. He looks a little funky. He looks a little funky. I'm almost shaking. And I want to say it's from the energy drink. Yeah, I know. I did an energy drink. I know. Put a pretty decent sized glob on there. This is going to fit into all those. It's going to sink into those recesses, but also help the pauldron. We'll deserve to get. Oh, that one of those left. Doesn't even know it's fish there. He'd like to buy it tonight. Oh, tonight. I'm not sure this is gonna work. That backpack is the big. That's the big problem here. Because when I was putting them together, when I was loosely putting them together, goddamn, I'm so glad that was empty. When I was putting them together loosely, just to see how he would fit and whatnot, that backpack worried the shit out of me because it's not appropriate sized, of course. But we're going to put a big old glob of super glue inside that deep ass recess. And I'll place it. Probably have to move it around a little bit. Get the right positioning. Because honestly, the backpack is just fucking gigantic for him. I'm also trying to get it in the right spot. And now I'm really seeing where the print lines, I don't know if you can see it, but oh my God, the print lines on the backpack are starting to show and they're starting to drive me nuts. Oh, look at that one. Oh, fuck. It's going to ruin the whole model, isn't it? So there he is, loosely, Leetu, with that giant ass backpack. Oh, man. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. Because he looks distinctly different. And if this does not work, that is okay. I do really much like keeping things like repainting this model didn't quite sit well with me because I didn't leave it with the original work and my skill level at that time. However, this is still a pretty good example of where my skill level was at that time. This could showcase the skill level, but also just the ingenuity and experimenting ideas. All right. And there we go. It is a giant backpack. It might not look weird to others. It looks weird to me because it sticks up so high, but that's okay. We also still need Nuln oil, right? We're not going to worry about that yet. We need transfers as well. So you know what? I think we are going to pause here. We're going to let this whole model finish drying. I'm probably going to varnish it just a little bit to protect the paint. And then we'll come back with dry brushing and everything. Maybe. Yeah. I got to give you something now. I mean, it's 19 minutes. I can't just end it here. Ugh, fine. All right. I guess we'll just hit that big old fat pause button. Ready, set. All right, pause. All right, welcome back, guys. We're going to make this one quick because I know we were already at like 19 minutes. So we're just going to do some real quick stuff for you. We've got Skeleton Bone out by Army Painter. We got our trusty round tip for dry brushing today. get that crap. All right. We've got plenty of paint that we want on there. So let's dry brush over this base and see what it gives us. Let's see what kind of nasty, putrid crap we can pull. Skeleton bone definitely works with that Rakarth. It works well with it. I think it accents it pretty well. I don't know if you could really tell on camera, but I can tell from holding it back here. It definitely plays into its. The tone is very close to itself, so I think what we're going to also do is probably hit it with a little bit of white. I don't know. We're going to let the Nuln Oil kind of take care of that. But before we can get to any kind of Nuln Oil, my solution is over there. Is it over there? Where are you? There you is. It was over here. All right. So we've got our Microsol setting solutions because we are going to be doing our transfers here. Now we've got two transfers. This is a number 2 Roman numeral. That is going to be for his knee. And then we have a yellow Aquila, and that is going to be for his shoulder, of course. As far as Leetu having a symbol, I'm not exactly sure. I have not really seen one. I tried looking it up. I haven't really found one. If there is and I just completely missed it, I'm sure you guys can let me know. I'll be anticipating any and all angry commenters that I had screwed up Leetu. And that's okay. I'm allowed to screw it up. You know why? Because I'm the professional painter here. I don't know about you. If you are a professional painter, hey, what's up? You would feel like doing a collab? You start a model or I start a model, and then we mail it to the other, and the other person finishes it. Something like that. Or one person kit bashes a project, and the other person has to try to paint it. Something. I'm sure there could be something fun to do. Something. Something that'll drive everyone nuts. Something that will drive everyone nuts. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is good right there. My goodness. Woo! It's just so good. And we're going to leave that. We're going to leave that for a minute. Let me get a little bit on my brush here. Plop. And plop. Just a little bit of solution. Help it set. And that'll be that. No offense, Puddle of Mud. I do not need to be in my feels, so you can go away. We'll hit up some Muse. All right. Of course you're almost done, Muse. So let me back it up. Back. This is Muse live on BBC One Radio. And I very much like that. I don't think I'm going to bother doing any wear and tear on on the symbols, just cause. I mean, everything looks good enough right now. What I will do is take the Nuln Oil. Now, this is where this model is about to take a drastic change. Anyone and everyone who understands Nuln Oil knows that this model is about to get darkened the fuck up. I will try to do my best to keep it with what we can, but I make no promises as far as quality. That almost seems backward, doesn't it? Like, well, as a professional painter, as you just said, you should be able to guarantee some kind of quality, shouldn't you? Well, sure, you're going to get some kind of quality here. But how the rest of this model is going to turn out, I don't know. It's because I don't like using Nuln Oil on white because it will darken everything drastically. However, we need Nuln Oil to get into these recesses. Another thing I didn't want to do with this Nuln Oil is have it show up so noticeably in all of the print lines that are unfortunately there. Yeah, I really didn't want to accent those, but trying to do things in a clean manner doesn't always work, and then you could end up making it look bad anyway. So just trying to spread the oil. All right. All right, you see how thick that was? All right, all right, all right. So it'll still be in the recesses, of course, but you got to like pick up the excess with a slightly drier brush tip. And that's what I was doing, was drying off the brush and coming back in to wipe away all the excess, but wipe it off the top, let it seep back in all the recesses and all that. Let the model do its job. Let the Nuln Oil do its job. And I was kind of right. You can't really see that metal piece that I did under here. Can't exactly see that, and that's okay. I just wanted to see what it would do for the model, if anything, and it didn't do too much, but it's not like it subtracted from the model. All right. So we did it. We knocked it over. That might be the first time I've ever done that, was knock over the Nuln Oil. But guess what? Two people's disappointment and rage, it did not spill. And it's partly because the Nuln Oil is just, this bottle is a little thin. It's just a little thin, and that's okay. Diggity damn. I should have known. Maybe you're too headstrong. I'm pretty sure I got the lyrics wrong on that first part, but that's okay. I wasn't paying attention. I was mainly painting. So you can see the Nuln Oil is definitely darkening everything up like we said it would. But the trick is to wipe enough of it away and to not catch brush strokes in most of your work. Let the Nuln Oil do its job. Wipe away the excess. Just make it look like it is a little bit of old tarnished armor now. At least just old enough to where he's you could see he's in a striking pose. He's in a battle position. But we didn't go crazy with like the weathering on him and everything like that. I didn't bother. I wanted to keep this kind of light. I wasn't looking for battlefield Astartes or anything like that. If you guys would like to see me go something crazy with it, by all means, let me know. I would like to dedicate a model to doing something very grimdark. I know people have probably used that term and not exactly delivered it when it comes to the style or whatever. I don't know. You would think grimdark would be quote unquote easy to do. You would think. It's not the easiest. All right, but we're now 10 minutes in. So we're probably about 30 minutes for this model. And I'm going to finish up this helmet. Yeah, I might as well just slap some shit on the base too. Really make sure that we did the whole thing in front of you. Clean off that beak. Clean off his forehead. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. That's fine right there. And oil is getting pretty down there. Man, sometimes I just cannot enunciate. There are just times where I can't. It's alright. Alright, now let's just cover that base. Get this done real quick for you. It's a bit of a longer episode, and that's not a big deal. I don't think the base was all that dry. Oh, right. Well, we did just dry brush on there, didn't we? Yep. So we're idiots. That is not dry yet. And don't worry. As you can see, we're kind of mixing it in there. Mixing it into itself. Yeah, it'll work. Look at that. It did work. So I don't know where he is to justify this coloring of earth under his feet. But I have a suspicion that it does not matter. All right. But there he is. Leetu in all of his glory. I want to thank you guys for stopping by on this series. Pay attention to the next series. I'm not sure what's going to run concurrently with this one. But the next mini that I have lined up is Chaplain Lemartes of the Blood Angels. So I guess I'll see you guys on the next round. Stay happy, healthy. May the Void Father guide your brush. And please, 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 stick around. I want to see you guys on the next one because I think Lemartes is going to be it's going to be a fun one. All right. Peace.